name's Mike Rowe, and this is my job.
Dirty Jobs returns with a brand new season. Don't try this at home.
I'm not having a great time.
We don't do second takes.
Ow!
We don't do a lot of planning. We don't do a lot of scouting. There's no scripting. There's no writing. There's no actors. It's an honest look at work. See, I'm doing something through the lens of an honest day.
Strap in, folks. This one's gonna be a doozy.
Woo! Oh, dear. Now who's in charge? We never know what's going to happen.
Go!
Woo! But we always have a good time.
We're gonna need to put a mic on this bicep over here.
And we always wind up learning more than we thought we would.
I gotta tell you, man, this is one of the more difficult jobs in my life.
Mike Rowe, good morning.
How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing good. So great to talk to you again. I'm excited about season 9 of Dirty Jobs on Discovery. Getting down and dirty again. You missed it, didn't you?
Well, if I'm being honest, I swore in 2012 I was done. I mean, we did 300. We shot in all 50 states, half a dozen times each. And we had, I'd made the points I wanted to make with that show. But, a lockdown, a pandemic, all of a sudden essential work is headline news. There were a lot of people who said, Mike, why not get out there, look under the rock, show us who's not afraid to still get dirty.
Yeah, you had a tremendous
Could I say
demand
no?
to bring it back, didn't you?
Honestly, I don't want to overstate it, but there's 6 million people on my Facebook page, and I think I heard from all of them, and they were all like, do this, we'll watch. And I thought, I have a foundation today that evolved out of Dirty Jobs 15 years ago, and it's important to me. And so doing the show again has given me a huge opportunity to talk about millions of great jobs that are open in our country right now, that don't require a 4-year degree, but just need some training. And so that's really what I've been working on for the last 10 years more than anything else. Dirty Jobs has just given me a chance to talk about it to a lot more people.
And after a decade of Dirty Jobs, getting difficult to find new gigs, isn't it? Like, tell us what a rod buster does.
Well, a rod buster, that's a picture right behind you there. These are the guys who take the rebar and shape it and fabricate it and bend it and twist it into the elaborate skeletons that form the architecture for every road you've ever driven on and every bridge you've ever driven across. And it's backbreaking work. These are iron workers that are also artists, and these structures they create are really beautiful. And then, of course, the concrete comes in, the cement trucks come in, and they cover it, and nobody ever sees it, right? So, yeah, the rod busters are a great job. It's probably the only construction job that I didn't feature the first time around. So it's the first thing I wanted to do on this one.
And taking on the dirty job of a galvanizer, you're around swimming pools of chemicals, aren't you?
Acid. Stuff that would, like, remember in the Terminator, when they lower the Terminator into the thing and he melts, and that's how you get rid of him. Yeah, that's where we were. Every piece of steel that's out in the world, from power poles to railings on stairways, has to be galvanized. It has to be dipped in zinc that's about 800 degrees. So we're basically working around a swimming pool of bubbling zinc and dipping all kinds of metal into it. It's an exciting day.
And you took on the dirty job of a jelly baller, fishing for jelly balls. I have never heard of those before.
America is going to be fascinated by the jelly ball industry. Picture a jellyfish about the size of a bowling ball. Now picture hundreds of thousands of them off the coast of Darien, Georgia. You go out there basically in a shrimp boat that's slightly reconfigured. It's a trawler. And so the nets go down, you scoop up the jelly balls, you bring them back, you process them, you cut them up, you ship them off to Southeast Asia where people like to eat them. And somewhere along the way, you realize that these aren't just balls of snot. This is a food additive, an extender, right? So if you see jelly balls, they don't taste like anything, but they taste like everything. So if you take a pound of it and mix it with a pound of hamburger, what you get are 2 pounds of hamburger. It tastes just the same. So I don't want to overstate it, but I think maybe we solved world hunger on that particular episode.
And your series is about essentially showcasing and spotlighting essential workers. They're really the true heroes, especially during the pandemic.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, but I also think it's fair to say that everyone is essential to somebody, even if it's just themselves, and all work is connected. That's the real thing about Dirty Jobs, that a lot of people miss. It's not just a love letter to our essential workers. It's a reminder that all jobs are connected. I don't care if you're a cashier at Target or, on a Zoom call interviewing me. It's if somebody tells you you can't do your job for a year and a half, well, bad things are going to happen. And so that's another reason I wanted to bring the show back, just to kind of suggest that maybe essentiality is not as limited as we've been told.
Well, Mike, it's great to have you back. You're a true American, a true patriot. Thank you so much for joining me today. And let's talk again soon.
Anytime, Jeff. I appreciate it. Viva Las Vegas.